Joe Igbokwe finally reveals the secret of how to kill Nnamdi Kanu, his Biafra and Oduduwa Republic out of Nigeria completely. Hear what he said. Each time I dabble into content that has something to say about Joe Igbokwe, I used to begin my analysis by regarding him as an idiot. I'm sorry. Yes. He may be older than me and he may be an elder. But why I refer him as that is because he speaks like one. He doesn't speak like an elder. Sometimes when I hear him speak, I will say, is this person talking? Is he a child? Something that a child cannot say is coming out of his mouth. If they come after him now, what will he say? This is a very raw statement. It's a very raw statement. How to kill Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. It's a very raw statement. Let's check the content. This is morning news. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. Joe Igbokwe blowout. In the history of mankind, facts have been repeatedly documented without any contradiction from century to century and country to country that there has never been peace in any institution or union where there is no equity and justice. Events have equally continued to emphasize that no amount of force or brutality has ever defeated or silenced truth permanently. In a nutshell, let us retrospectively remember Major Isaac Jasper Adaka Boro. He was an Ijoman in today's Bayelsa State. He was the minority rights activist who led a protest against oil and gas exploitation in Niger Delta and later declared Niger Delta Republic in February 1966. He was consequently arrested, charged for treason and imprisoned, but was smartly released shortly before the Nigerian Biafran War began. Because of the way he and his disciples had been suppressed and crushed to submission numerous years after, many perhaps thought that the idea of protesting against oil exploitation and environmental neglect in Niger Delta died on that day. Boro was pardoned and released from prison to join the Nigerian army, but Ken Saro-Wiwa sprang up and proved such a permutation wrong. Remember Ken Saro-Wiwa? He was the environmental activist who was among other 8 Ogoni people executed by hanging under the brutal military rule of General Sani Abacha. Why? Saro-Wiwa was a very strong recognized voice internationally against oil exploitation, environmental damages, and pollution in Ogoniland by Shell. He was equally very vocal against the military dictatorship of Abacha. In 1994, he was accused of murdering 4 prominent Ogoni chiefs and was arrested. Many people locally and internationally showed their solidarity while he was in detention, as they saw the charges against him as trumped-up charges. His trial was by special military tribunal, and he was found guilty and was executed by hanging gun on 10/11/1995. More than 50 years after the Nigerian Biafran War under General Yakubu Gowon and Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu ended, Nnamdi Kanu is today facing charges of treason for still wanting to have the same Biafra. Therefore, the reality is that brutality and force cannot conquer truth and suppress justice forever. If it had been so, Saro-Wiwa would not have tried what led to his execution. Knowing what had befallen Boro, neither would Kanu have tried to reawaken the conscience of the people and reenact the spirit of Biafra, knowing the consequence and what Ojukwu faced. Or Sunday Adeyomo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, would not have declared Oduduwa Republic, knowing that it was a felony offense. Subsequently, the statistical consequences are that if we make the same mistake made in the past by not just dealing with those contentious issues which led to the second protest against oil and gas, exploitation and environmental pollution in Ogoniland by Saro-Wiwa among 30 years after Boro's protest and declaration of Niger Delta Republic, and the resolute by Nnamdi Kanu to have Biafra after the first declaration by Ojukwu 65 years ago, we are likely to live and witness another Saro-Wiwa and perhaps many more Kanus and Igbohos in the future. Let me tell you, my dear listeners, it is rubbish. You don't compare the era of what's his name? Boro, Adaka Boro of Niger Delta. You don't compare his reign or his time to Nnamdi Kanu's time. Adaka Boro was foolishly killed. Because why? Because he foolishly fell into their trap. If you watch it very well, they tried Nnamdi Kanu just like they tried Adaka Boro, but they failed. Adaka Boro was so foolish. As I'm talking to you now, we're supposed to be having Niger Delta Republic, but because of the foolishness of Adaka Boro, Niger Delta are not having their republic. I'm telling you, we're supposed to have the Republic of Niger Delta today, but the greediness and self-centeredness of Adaka Boro is what landed in where it is today. Is what denied the Niger Deltans of their republic. I expect the Niger Deltans to be angry with Adaka Boro because of his foolishness and greediness, because he was bribed to come in to surrender the agitation for Niger Delta Republic and join the military. He was bribed. He was given a very large portion in the military, a large position, and he fully and stupidly abandoned the pursuit for Niger Delta Republic and joined the Nigerian army. So they planned his execution. After recruiting him in, they planned his execution and used his very close friend to execute him. That ended the agitation for Niger Delta Republic. Now, in the case of Biafra, they tried it on Nnamdi Kanu, but they failed. Let me tell you. Remember, Orji Uzor Kalu was released from prison, not quite long. Why? In order to be used to convince Nnamdi Kanu to abandon Biafra Republic. That once Nnamdi Kanu abandoned Biafra Republic, he will be given a very large portion. Nnamdi Kanu was tempted with a very large and very big position in the government. Orji Uzor Kalu promised him governorship, promised him presidency, and what have you. Nnamdi Kanu did what? He turned it down. He said no, that what he wants is Biafra. That is it. That is what Adaka Boro would have done. But he foolishly accepted, abandoned the republic, abandoned the people that believed in him, that were following him, and joined the Nigerian army. But Nnamdi Kanu, because he refused, that is why he's still very much alive. And that's why Nnamdi Kanu will still be alive. Nothing will happen to Nnamdi Kanu. He will succeed. He will skate through. He will be released. His case can never be like that of Adaka Boro. His case can, because he has defeated the government in that part, and his case can never be like that of King Sanuriwa, because those ones also, he also what gave up himself freakishly. Let me hear you speak, my dear listeners. I'm telling you, it's seriously boiling. I would like to know what your opinion and your idea on this very issue. Maybe don't forget, your comments are very, very, very important. Don't forget to leave them below the comment section. Click on the subscription buttons and as well as bell buttons to get updated each time